What up, y'all? It's your boy Can2. If I can, you can too. And it's Ridin High Sports coming live from Ridin High Podcast Studios. You know what's going on today, man. We have a great show that's about to go down. We got Lucky Lamar in the building. Come and say what's up, Lucky. You know, the co-host.
What up?
Man, and on top of that, we got the one and only Jacolby Satterwhite in the building today. We have a great interview that's going on, man. Thank you for being here today.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Man, appreciate you being here, man. We're going to get right into it and just start it off. Just real quick before we jump, man, how was y'all's weekends? How was everything? How's y'all's lives? What's been going on with y'all? What's new?
Oh, you want me to go first? I go first, man. I can't complain, bro.
Come on,
I can't complain.
Hop up in here,
My
baby.
weekend was great. I know some people said I wasn't gonna be here this week. Who was it? I said, anyway, we here. It was a good weekend. Discovered I might be in for some new opportunities, so we'll see how that goes. Trying to go fishing this weekend though. Anybody fish on the panel?
But I like fish.
Yeah, right.
I'll catch and bring something back.
My boy Mush go fishing, and he hit me up. I caught the fish.
Oh, yeah. How was your weekend, Jay?
My weekend was good. Had a tournament with my AAU girls. My son had a tournament as well, so I was back and forth between both gyms.
Yeah, that's what's up. What are the name of your AAU team? So somebody can come check you out,
Put
man.
your mic up closer to you. Fix it however you want it. Perfect for you.
Is that better?
Make it cover your face.
Is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Name of my team is Skills U.
Skills U?
Logan, yeah.
Okay.
Skills U Logan. Been doing it about 4 years. It's been pretty cool.
Heck yeah. That's what's up. I ain't got
Me. I had a pretty good weekend. Shout out, my daughter, it was her birthday this past Friday, so I went up to College Station. Yeah, I went to go pick her up. And I got her. She's down here with me now here in Corpus, and got her. And yeah, we went to celebrate her birthday, had a good time, and now she's home with me, so it's gonna be fun. We went to, so there's a place up there called like Grand Station. Okay. It's like a Dave and Buster's, but for kids, where they can go bowling. And then you can also play like video games, and then it's also like mini golf and laser tag, and kind of like a bowling. I guess tracker. Kind of like a fun tracker or a bolero, similar like that. Just bigger indoor place. We did that, and then we took her to Jump World. She had a good time with that, and then just a bunch of. She turned 4.
Ooh,
she turned 4, so she was having a good time. Man, yeah, she had a good time running around and just having fun. It was fun. It was a good time.
That's dope.
Yeah, we had a real good one, man.
That's dope, man.
Mediate the interview a little bit back here. I ain't really do shit this weekend, but on Thursday and Friday I went to that Kalahari Resorts in Round Rock.
Oh yeah.
How was it?
How was it?
Man, that shit was dope as hell. It was like a resort where they had like restaurants there. We didn't even have to leave or nothing type shit. Like everything was there.
What?
Hell yeah.
They treat you like a king, my friend.
Straight up, man. Straight up. Like they had indoor water park, outdoor water park. They had like a tomfoolery. You ever heard of tomfoolery? It's like an indoor arcade place. I had never heard of it either. It was badass. They had like bars in that thing, and it was all there where you didn't even have to leave. Like,
So you just a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
That's what's
Shopping,
up.
bars, like 5 restaurants. That shit was pretty dope.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
up.
For sure, shit. Let's get this interview started, man. Let's take it back from the beginning, man. Mr. Jacolby Satterwhite, where are you originally from?
Corpus Christi, Hillcrest, Texas.
Ooh, shout out to the Hill. So, like, was basketball like the first love? Like, did we play any other sports coming up?
So basketball was definitely the first love. Definitely played other sports coming up, but basketball was like an everyday, all day type thing.
Okay.
Hillcrest Park, you go to TCRs and shit. That's what we do.
Okay. And then, so growing up playing ball. So you played, of course, middle school, elementary, and all that good school stuff. What middle school did you go to?
So I went to Driscoll, then I went to Miller.
Oh, that was a Ranger.
And I mean, the school basketball was cool, but it was more so the the neighborhood basketball, travel basketball that was kind of more prevalent.
Okay. What was the earliest you got into where actually like competing in the basketball, like starting in leagues or traveling in leagues?
We was like 3rd grade.
Wow.
Upshaw had the Panthers. We was early. We was early. Leon Upshaw, he ran TCR's recreation. He had teams before me, but I'm his nephew. It was a priority to make sure that he had a place for me to play and maximize what I had.
Okay. And would you say that like your uncle creating that avenue for you is what like led you down this path of like having your own AAU teams and want to influence kids to travel down the basketball path?
Majorly. I mean, really bigger than that. If anybody that's from our side of town, they'll tell you about TCRs and how important it was to everybody, like how important it is for basketball. So for my uncle, he took care of a lot of people. He made sure a lot of people was good. He provided leagues for a lot of people to play in, and I was a product of that.
Yeah, for a lot of people that don't know, Upshaw ran he ran the Northside Night League, right?
Yeah, he ran TCAs.
TCA, okay, and then every summer they would have the Northside Night League was a night basketball league for like middle school and high school kids, and it was like free to play. You know what I'm saying? You would have kids coming from they had teams from Robstown coming. We had our team from the West. I remember we went like a couple of years and stuff like that.
It was like
all over.
See, at this time,
Harlem, it was
I
Rucker Park.
See, at this
I
time
didn't know
in
about none of
Corpus,
that.
at this time in Corpus, all the sides wasn't really getting along like we do.
Okay,
now.
so it was like genuine.
So when you came, you had to come with your team. We got our team. They got their team.
Wow.
And this can go either way.
As most fans know, like I grew up, I got here in 8th grade, so it was accelerated like 8th grade straight to high school.
What year was 8th grade for you?
For me, like 07, 08-ish.
I had heard of graduate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when you were like
we talking about late 90s,
Yeah. So
early
like
2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about my role.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
talking
But
about
his-
but Upshaw, them Night League been going. That stuff been going probably before him. It's been going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? TCL has been popping.
Yep.
Yeah, so like when he was saying it, like I was genuinely surprised because like I'm like, what?
It's something that we definitely don't have now.
Yeah, like-
and Upshaw, he was definitely putting on for the youth.
That's
And I would say specifically for the youth of Northside, but it like
No,
reached
it
out to
was
youth all
everybody,
over.
though.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
it was
exactly.
everybody.
Yeah.
If
like,
you can hoop,
that's intense.
you play the Night League.
Yeah.
If you don't have no Night League stories, you can't talk to me about basketball.
Okay. That's what's up. See, and I never knew Corpus had like a basketball culture that prevalent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because when I got here, I knew about baseball, I knew about football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit about soccer, a little bit about softball, but like,
Well, I mean, the
not really about like
basketball
for real.
culture has diminished a little bit, as well as other athletic areas, coming up some. But yeah, basketball is really took a hit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So let's take it back. Right, your first one, you went to Driscoll.
Yeah.
Right. Did you play sports at Driscoll?
Yeah.
What'd you play at Driscoll?
I played basketball, football, ran track.
And is
Big
this
three.
the same time? And I'm mistaken, is this when you had your knee injury?
So 7th grade, I played football. We won city. 8th grade on September 11, 2001 is when I had my injury. So I didn't play football for the remainder of that year or 9th grade year. But I ended up playing in 10th grade.
That's
Right.
a story you can't make. Like,
Yeah.
you mean to tell me the same day that we ain't even gonna talk about when you trying to get us a YouTube strike. You had that injury. That's intense. That's crazy.
And-
So
was in
how did that
8th grade?
happen? Like, do you remember?
Yeah, man, I was quarterback, bro, and we was really good.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all were. This is
I don't
how
know if
I
y'all
know
heard
the
that, but
story.
Supreme laughed
It's
in the back when he
you know
said
what I'm
that,
saying?
so
Yeah,
you
we
know
was
he was
good.
good.
Yeah.
but
was
we
good.
was kind of to the point where we was damn near like arrogantly good.
Yeah.
And
Took it for granted type shit.
and I'm running, and dude trying to tackle me. I feel like it's not enough. And the other one try to tackle me. I feel like it's not enough, and I'm still running. But if you've been in South Park Middle School, it's a terrible
field
field.
is terrible.
It's terrible. So I step in a pothole. Bro hit me at the same time.
That's where I played.
Snapped my thigh, and
I had a
Yeah.
very
two big
similar-
ass rods in my thigh like this. They go all the way across.
Yeah.
And so in 7th grade, y'all win city in football.
Over at Buck Stadium.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah. I had
There
a one-hand 85-yard booty. Yeah, somebody got it on tape.
As a
somewhere.
7th grade,
85-yard booty.
Dude, there was a record crew. Like they was known. That school was known at the time. That was before I was because I went to South Park and then I went to Hamlin.
Nah, we was wilding at Driscoll.
Man, Driscoll was like that South Park and being at South Park, you played Driscoll. I remember playing against y'all and I was like, man, this motherfucker is just like he was just something different. And it was just something different. And then I heard about the accident you had your knee.
how did y'all do in basketball
that
7th grade year?
Basketball, we lost in the playoffs. I don't remember who we lost to. I don't remember who we lost to.
Already.
It wasn't important.
Already.
Yeah, okay, so after Driscoll, we go to Miller. I'm guessing. Okay.
After Driscoll, I went to Miller.
Hold on, but before we even get to Miller, y'all go. Let's talk about Upshaw and not Upshaw. Let's talk about you joining the AAU teams, or was that right around the time of Miller?
Let's
talk about Upshaw and going to nationals with Upshaw.
Let me get in just into the AAU because it all kind of runs through the 7th through 10th grade, 11th grade.
Yeah.
So
you gotta pull the mic closer to you so they can.
My fault. So I started off with the Panthers. That's like 3rd grade through 7th grade. We used to play a team out of Austin, in the central area, called the Texas Ambassadors. They asked my uncle, could I go play with them? My uncle told me, you got to go play with them. They can get you more opportunities. I went to go play with them. We were sponsored by Microsoft, so we went all over the nation. We played at Disney. We played in New York. We played in Vegas. You name it. We played them, but the circuit that we played in was like the high level. So we played all the NBA players or the people who had
NBA potential.
Hell
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was that. In the middle of that, I played with a team called the Corpus Christi Islanders with Mike Wendell. So that team was stacked.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we was stacked. We had everybody. The whole 03 rate team played on the older team, and anybody else that was good played on the younger team.
Already.
That's crazy.
We was going everywhere kicking ass. From that is when I transitioned over to the Ambassadors. I'll take that back. I went to the Blue Chips first. That was a team in Dallas where they had Damian James that I was telling you about earlier that played for Texas. He was my teammate. But that was it's kind of difficult getting up to Dallas all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's a tough thing.
So basically, it's in the summertime. I was going to practice like twice a month. You know what I'm saying? We having to drive up there. That's a hell of a drive. Trying to drive up there.
For what, a 1 hour, 2 hour practice?
Hell no, boy. We practiced 4 hours.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Oh, no. It's real.
Okay,
It's real. We practiced 4 hours.
Basketball is
When
life.
you go in there, so we were sponsored by Reebok at the time. Reebok was, y'all don't, not the Reebok.
AI Reebok.
Yeah.
So our coach, and anybody look him up, his name Mitch Malone. You know what I'm saying? He really, really locked in, tied in. We used to come in there, bro. It'd be stacks to your ceiling of shoes. From that wall to this wall, and you just pick your size. You just go in there, we pick your size. You get like 3 pair of shoes, 3-4 pair of shoes.
That's live.
That's intense.
Yeah.
And that's probably not even including the clothes that you're getting.
No. I'm just talking about when we go to practice. I'm just up here for practice.
Damn.
Shoes. You just get your shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was definitely different. It was definitely different.
For real.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But Kenyon Martin played on that team.
Wait, you played with Kenyon?
I didn't. He's older than me.
Okay, I was about to say.
He played with the team. I think Chris Bosh, and I want to say Darrell Arthur, but he might have played with the Dallas Mustangs, so I don't want to be wrong about that. But they had a lot of NBA players that played on that team.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and then moving on, I played with the Ambassadors. So the Ambassadors, we was really stacked too. Everybody on our team went to a D1 college, but these boys was good. So we went to go play. I don't know if y'all ever heard of this team called the Gauchos. They're from New York. They called the New York Gauchos. It's like the best team in New York. So we went to the tournament over there. It was at Fordham University. Bro, it's crazy high-level basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy high-level. We talking about this is when O.J. Mayo was the pinnacle of basketball.
Yeah.
What grade are you in at this time? Like, so this is like summer of 8th grade?
I'm like 10th grade.
Oh, okay,
I'm
bet.
ninth
Okay,
and
bet.
10th grade. I'm 9th to 10th grade. We in the gym, bro, to see O.J. Mayo and Billy Walker. You got to sit here. Like, it ain't no space in these gyms. These is crazy places to be.
That's intense, man.
This is cool, though. Yeah. So was kind of the AAU thing.
You know, and then that transitioned to you in high school, and you started playing there.
Yeah,
At Miller.
Played at Miller. My first year, we were ass. We got we just weren't good. You know, we had some habits. It was you know, whatever at the time. We just wasn't the best team. My sophomore year, we started to really get it together. My junior year, we ended up winning everything. I think we probably lost like 4 games that whole season, maybe 5 games the whole season. Then my senior year, we did decent, but at some point in the middle of my senior year, I found myself like just wanting to protect myself and make sure that I got to college. Yeah. So my senior year wasn't really even about achieving like some ultimate high school goal. It was really about making sure I get to college.
It was just more like a maintenance season, like
Definitely.
check the boxes,
Yeah,
like
you want to get
make
there.
sure
Work on the things I need to work on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
He was.
You know, so
So
that.
I got a question. So transitioning from like AAU circuits when you're competing against an NBA caliber talent, and then transitioning back to okay, I got to lock in for my high school season. What is that like for a basketball, like, or for a top level, like a talent? You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's like a downshift that I don't like. And that also played into it being more of a maintenance thing.
Yeah.
Because now I know I'm playing with people who probably ain't never going to play again. They just hooping just to pass time.
Yeah.
You know, and it becomes a risk. Now it's like risk versus reward. So, yeah, I'm going to play hard. Yeah, I'm going to produce. I'm going to do what I got to do, but I'm still going to be careful.
Yeah. Like, so when you're in that position, like,
And I don't mean
my
to
fault.
cut
You
off,
good? You good?
But another thing is there's no college coaches coming to watch Miller versus Moody.
Facts. Okay. I got you.
I
agree with that.
That wasn't the climate. So the times where there's a coach watching is when I need to be performing. And in these summertime, you know what I'm saying, these summertime tournaments that we going on the road, that's when it really matters.
Okay. I respect that. That's a cool, like, because I always wondered that perspective of, like, those, like, super uber talented. I get bored playing with these guys. Like, even my opponents, like everybody's fired up. Oh, bro, we got a big game against, like, we got Carroll versus King. We big excited. And, like, you're like, bro.
And the thing is, bro, it's not even like, because I don't want to say that in a way like I'm disrespecting the game, because I'm not. But what happens is you start playing people who are really, really turned up to play you.
Yeah.
And that can get a little risky when they ain't got nothing to lose at the time. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing a 16, 17-year-old emotional kid who's been hearing about you from his friends, you know what I'm saying, who been at the time MySpace, you know.
Fresh off the football field.
Fresh off the football field. You go in there trying to dunk, there go your legs. Yeah. Better take this floater. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still get the 2 points, but how I'm getting them is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, instead of that overspin, I'm
I'm
guaranteeing to get
right
this
here to
bucket.
the
Like, not I'm getting something up.
easy
If it
pass.
go in, it go in. If it, I feel you. But I'm still gonna get the numbers. Make sure my stat line's good. I'm gonna give you my 15 and 10
still
and whatever.
what you gotta
Yeah.
do,
I feel you. I respect that. Hell yeah.
When, at this time, when you're coming in, when you start getting recruited by, when you're
when
getting
you
the
get your
letters,
first college
when you get
letter.
your first letter or first
I
indication
probably
that they're
got
looking at you.
the beginning of my sophomore year.
Sophomore year?
Damn.
Yeah. So my college situation, bro, is it's like a little weird, man.
Okay.
Not weird. I really wasn't educated on how the process works, right? So, I didn't have like nobody that went to school that hooped or played sports prior to me that I can just ask these questions to. So I was under the impression that, you can just sign whenever you want to. So as I'm receiving these letters, I'm not really building these relationships with these schools like I should be, or a lot of these high-level schools are looking for you to sign early, make the commitment your junior year, because it is a business. By the time the senior year comes, we already filled these spots.
Yeah.
So
That's how Mac Brown was on the football field. Yes.
So my initial offer came from Tulsa, Colorado, University of Colorado, University of Baylor, but
Big dogs are called.
But with Baylor, I had to play football as well. That was the deal. I had to do football and basketball. I didn't want to do basketball. I didn't want to do football. And they were coming off that scandal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They
were.
were scandal with the Pat Dennehy.
They was coming off that, so it was a little hot.
Yeah.
Baylor stay in trouble.
I went on my official visit to Arizona State.
Oh, okay.
University of Virginia.
Ooh.
And I didn't do a third one. I ended up going to Prairie View for 2 reasons. For one, like I was saying, I didn't understand the order of how you should go about it. And two, growing up in Corpus, it's we don't really have like a deep black experience.
Yep.
So HBCU to me was appealing for reasons that were deeper than basketball.
Beautiful.
So I wanted to do that, and I'm thinking about if you're gonna be a good player, why not just go to HBCU? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to another school, but I want to enjoy myself as well.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. Prairie View right there down the street from A&M.
It's an amazing school.
And it's a great school.
Great school.
Great school. Your time there, how was it? And how was playing at, being in an AU where you're playing against that elite competition, where sometimes you would have to downshift to go to high school, now at a D1, how is it?
All right, so let me tell you about two moments. First, my first moment when I was like, bro, do I even want to hoop?
Yeah. It's been so nice.
It ain't taking long. This
Yeah.
is day one.
Day one.
This is day one.
Shit.
This
Day one at the D1
bro.
school.
It's day one, bro.
It wasn't bullshit.
It's 5:30 in the morning, fam. It's 5:30. I'm talking about we waking the crickets up. It's 5:30.
Yeah.
So we out there, fam. We going through there's no basketball. We don't see a basketball until like 2 months later. So that's the way down the story. But anyway, so we going through our workout.
Is this before the school semester even starts?
Bro, we 3 weeks into school.
Yeah.
I ain't even wrote a paper yet. I ain't even wrote a paper. So we out there.
That's funny. For real. How many times you open your book? Bruh.
Our strength and condition coach was a ex-Marine.
Oh,
Of course.
man, I knew you was finna say that.
Of course.
I knew you was finna say
So
that.
he was hell, right? So anyway, we go through this like 2-hour workout, and it's like 14 people that's on the team, and then you got like 3 people that's trying out or like whatever. So we're like 18 people out there, and we get in this circle, bro, and we all in push-up position, and everybody got to go around, everybody got to stay up, you got to go around, everybody got to do 20 push-ups. Fam, I was just sitting there like, man, this is crazy. And dude just walking by, putting pressure down on you. I don't know if, this really got nothing to do with shooting jumpers. So that, and then my first game. So my very first college game was against Texas A&M. You remember AC Law?
Yeah.
Played AC Law. That was my first game.
That's what I was telling you.
Bro, you had to go from major pain to AC.
Yeah.
Had to go.
Bro.
AC
Yeah.
Law.
Bro.
And that was.
I'm gonna go back and watch
was,
this game on
That
YouTube.
was interesting. That was fun.
Before we get there, how like whenever you arrive, like how low are you on the depth chart and
So
stuff like that?
so that's a great question. All right, so when I get there, there's a point guard that's there. He's a senior. He's already there. He's been there. He's about 5'9". He pick up 94 feet.
And you coming for his spot.
So here I come, the freshman guard. Anticipated. All right, cool. Check ball. So I gotta literally come up the court with him glued to my hip. I'm used to it, but I ain't used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to this for 3 hours straight. Like, damn, we can go, 8-minute quarters, but 3 hours straight, it's a little bit different. So anyway, so I'm going through that, learning on that adjustment. Playing people at this level was just different. The speed, the pace, the strength, the intelligence. It was all a lot different. Even just some of my teammates, man, just freak athletes. Just freak athletes. A lot of them are just freak athletes. Just jump out the gym, hoop.
So would you say that was like one of the first times? Because like I coach young kids and young football players, And I tell them all the time, like, bro, once you get on that college campus, you're
Yeah.
going to look to your left and right. And for the first time, you're going to be like, I am not the most athletic person out here.
But
Did you have that moment too?
well, I was already in a understanding of that because I've played so many people. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even so much. It wasn't a like can I keep up thing. That wasn't the thing. It was more so an adjustment. There is an adjustment period for everybody. There is an adjustment period that has to be made. So. And, bro, it's really difficult. Like, I remember my freshman year, my high point was like 16 points against U of H. To me, it felt like 40. It was the hardest working points I've ever had to get, bro. I mean, just physical, having to finish, the strength. Like, it's just another level.
Was it off the bench?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So my freshman year, I didn't start literally until, like, the end of the season.
Okay.
And coming into my sophomore year, I started to start.
Already.
Then I got hurt. I got hurt. So when I got hurt, it really taught me a valuable lesson that I kind of just live with. So I'll never forget this play. We was at school at PV. It was right before Christmas break. And time going down right before halftime, probably like 10 seconds. I'm at the top of the key. I cross old boy over. The big is like literally right in front of me. Big boy, like 6'11", 6'10". So I'm like, shit, I think I should dunk on him. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But in the corner, I got this dude named Aaron, one of the greatest shooters I've ever played in with my life. Yeah. He's wide open. And when I go, I try to dunk it instead of making the pass.
Smart play, yeah.
And I came down and I hurt my knee. I was like, damn, that's been living with me since that time. Like, bro, you got to make the right decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make the right decision because if you don't, that shit gonna cost you. Yeah. And that moment was like really, really big for me because I never really recovered from that injury. Yeah. It was like it was a really bad injury because I'd already broke it. So tearing that stuff in there with that break, it was
bad.
Yeah, it was bad. And then what happened was I went home for the break. So after the game that night, it was hurting. But it really wasn't that bad. I woke up in the morning, it was swole, but I was already headed to Corpus. So when I came back from the break, I just sat out a couple games, put a brace on, tried to finish the season. Went to the doctor at the end of the season. They didn't see nothing. When they did the MRI, the ligament was folded behind itself, so they couldn't actually see it in the MRI. Yeah. So I went all the way through the summer playing on it, made it worse, got back my junior year. Had to go see the doctor again because it just kept hurting. Got surgery. Couldn't get the surgery until December. This is my season. Yeah. I'm already December.
Yeah.
By the time I heal.
You already told.
So there goes my junior season. And, at that point, I just became a student. Like, man, let me just make sure while I'm here, I do what I'm supposed to do, get my degree. And, I end up getting my degree and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what's up, man.
That's crazy.
It is. That's crazy, but you got your degree. Congratulations on that. Yeah. And what'd you get your degree in?
Health and human performance.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's what's up. So I had a question. During your college career, for the first 2 years when you were playing and you got to travel, you got to see a lot of great talent. Who do you think during that time was the best talent you saw on the court with your own eyes?
That's a good question. I played Gerald Green right here in Miller. Yeah. He was the number one ranked player in the nation at the time. He played good.
You got to talk about that shit. You showed out that game too.
Who
came
did
out
you
all
dirty?
on the news.
Like, who's that one player that's like, hey, man, hey, coach, go get his ass.
Dirty?
Yeah, like, not dirty, but like, hey, coach, hey, we might have to send a big to help me out on this next pick and roll type thing. Gave you fits.
So Gerald, he went to a school called Gulf Shores in Houston. Mm-hmm. They usually have a little older players sometimes, really good players. It's kind of like an alternative school. Their coach was cousins with Jeremiah, dude on my team, Jeremiah Jenkins. They're cousins. So Witt, which is our coach, he booked the game. This first game we played him was my sophomore year. He wasn't on the team. It was, a really good game. We were really good. The second year he came. He was ranked number 1 at the time. We played at the beginning of the game. It was a really close game, more towards the middle of the third. They kind of blew it open. I definitely felt like we had a chance in it. But I don't want to throw none of my boys under the bus. But
Somebody was getting.
I don't want to throw none of my boys under the bus. But there was a lot of people in attendance that can tell you how this game went. But yeah, Gerald played good. He had about 24. I had about 30. It was cool.
So that was all. That's crazy, but
But to answer your question, it's a dude named Maurice Allman. He played at Rice University. This is the first time that I played somebody, and I felt like bro was a machine. Like he was just like a basketball damn savant.
Yeah,
he kind of had like a Kobe Bryant game. It was real technical,
smooth,
it was
good
real,
footwork,
really technical. It was
everything sharp.
Everything. His responses to what you give him were always on point. You know, he was really good. He was really good. We played the 06 Florida team that won the championship.
Ooh, Al Horford?
Yeah.
Corey Brewer, JoJo.
Yeah.
So Billy Donovan coached that team, right?
I'll say that he was one of the best players. The coach from the Celtics played him too, Joe Mazzulla.
Really?
Yeah, he went to West Virginia. We played
wow.
Y'all remember Joe Alexandra? Y'all remember Joe Alexandra?
Yeah.
He played over there. We played them. Shit. So, yeah, some of these dudes is really, really good.
yeah.
Really, really good.
You have a memory or a highlight throughout your
That was
career
my
that
next
was just
question. Like when you just
like
you know you did.
you just saw a play or you witnessed a play and it just was like, man, and that's just gonna stick with you for the rest of your life.
Man, I got a lot, but so it's two from the same game. When we played Gulf Shores, I remember Gerald went to go block somebody's layup, and he hit his neck on the backboard.
God.
Yeah, that was crazy. And yeah,
Preem, do you know how you gotta get to hit your neck?
yeah,
your
his
neck.
neck. Bro hit his neck.
Your forehead and your chin, your neck.
It's the same dude that blew out the birthday.
I remember that.
The dunk contest, yeah.
And then
That's crazy. Neck, bro.
that same game, I went down the pipe, dunked on about 4 or 5 of them. So that was a good one.
Nice.
So about those two.
That
Your game where you just
couldn't miss.
it wasn't nothing that you could not do in
Yeah.
the game. Just everything was on point. You know
Man, that one against Gulf Shores was really good, just because it was the number 1 player in the nation. Like even if I scored 40 on, Quincy, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ranked number 968. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But to go against the number 1 person in the nation at the time as a 17-year-old to see,
Like how my skills.
what I
were.
got,
Yeah.
I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got a lot of matchups on the road against, high quality people. But something that people seen that can attest to it that was here, it'll probably be Gerald.
Okay.
And they had another dude on that team that went to UNLV. He was a starting point guard at UNLV, a dude named Wink. You know what I'm saying? So they were stacked. Like, they was a real team.
Yeah.
It was a real team.
Biggest basketball influence, like that NBA player that just said, "That's who I want to model my game after."
Well, growing up, my favorite player was Penny Hardaway.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I'm not that big, but Penny game always, it just captured my imagination. Yeah. Just the way that he played. So I'm really big on Penny. I'm really big on Kyrie. Like, I'm really, really, really big on Kyrie. And everybody else is just a fill-in after that. My 2 guys.
Love Kyrie, man. In my opinion, a lot of people don't agree with it. In my opinion, as far as dribble, midi, 3-point shot.
Hey, bro, you ain't got to qualify.
Yeah,
Kyrie the most skilled player.
He's the in my opinion, he's the most complete point guard in NBA history. Most complete.
I remember Kobe telling me about Kyrie maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Like, Crim, watch him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And ever since I decided to put my eye on him, me and Kobe, we back and forth.
Bro,
Man, why did God come down here and decide to play basketball?
The boy got
Bro,
it,
he
man.
got it.
Yeah, the boy got it.
I've been watching. I like Kyrie since Duke, And before when he was getting recruited, and man, he's just his handles is something that just he works at it. He practices at it.
It's his whole game, man.
Just different.
How he move, how he responds to things, his eye-hand coordination, his finishes. He really in tune to what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He really in tune to what he doing.
And he's special, man.
Man, let's talk about the new adventure you got coming up. That's about to open up.
So I'm about to open up a gym. It's gonna be called the Supreme Center. You know, the center that we grew up in. You know, had to make sure show a little respect to that. Looking to open that up beginning of July.
Okay.
You know, everything's in the works right now. The building is already built and everything. So I'm in the process of getting the floor and getting it put in and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's almost here.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to know any more information about that, how can they get it?
I mean, you can just find me on Facebook, bro. Just find me on Facebook. I have my Supreme training page. You can just hit me on my page. I have an app that I use. You know, it's a big community on there. I have an app that I use. I put all my information in there, dates, location, times, and you know, stuff like that.
And let's talk about your training, because I was going to ask how you got into that, how you started after the transition to college. How did you get into training or like helping people like you know, benefit their skills?
I was a teacher first.
Yeah,
I was a PE teacher for 2 years, and then I started substituting. And then I started working at Miller as an English teacher and a science teacher. I did like these long-term subbing jobs. And one day I'm in class, bro, and, you know, I'm just like talking to the class about chasing your dreams and, you know, really doing what you love. And I felt like I was in an echo chamber, and I was hearing myself say these things, and I was like, bro, you're not being, you know, you're not being honest with yourself. Yeah. And the effort and that you can be putting forth in things that you actually care about. So the transition now, as I'm saying this, it definitely wasn't an easy transition. I remember when I started, I was still living in Peabody in Hillcrest, and I had one kid, my boy Calvin. I had one kid, and I would see him about 3 times, bro, at Hillcrest Park, on the pavement. Net didn't have a rim, no overhead. We just out there working the game, bro. We just working the game. And so I went from him, and then I got another one. And then I started working with like a team, and because I do officiating as well. So as I'm officiating, you know, I'm making contact with people, and I'm starting to pick up a little bit more clientele, and then it started building. But this is like 2017 when I started. You know what I'm saying? It's 2017 when I started. I was doing a lot of my work outside over at Gibson Elementary. And it's a lot of kids that's hooping right now that'll tell you, like, they was out at Gibson. Yeah. In the heat, hot, we sweating, big gallons of water. Big gallons of water.
Yeah, like.
I'm just waiting for him so we can go do all that.
Go do all that.
We go rap or whatever we gonna go do. I'm watching him with just this one kid, man, and watch it grow over time to today's time, man. To where, like, bro, this, like, if you set your mind to it, man, like he said, that echo chamber. Why am I cheating myself? You know what I'm saying? And the impact that it had from one kid to when you open up and call it like the newspaper or anything like that, and you see all these young athletes within the CCISD, outside of CCISD, they're making freshman of the year. All district this, MVP this. You know who they trained up under? They trained up under him.
Bigger than that, dig this. Watch this. I'm gonna give you a flower you didn't even know you earned. So I'm a personal trainer too, right? And several of my clients, like, Jaden, yeah, like his mom, she talks about you all the time. Like a couple of my clients are like, I'm like, dude, I want to start like training football kids on the side. I'm like, bro, dude, like you're gonna be doing the same things Jacolby does. So like your blueprint is also out there for other sports and other trainers in the city too. So with that, we appreciate you, man.
Oh man, much love, bro. And so with like doing this, bro, it's been like a real interesting process, but it's really like helped me learn a lot about myself. And one thing I learned like through all of this is you really got to be well versed and in depth with whatever you're trying to do. So like I run my own business. Me and Cree been running our own business with the clothing line, etc. And when you're doing all this stuff, you got to learn so many aspects of it. You got to learn marketing. You got to learn business. You got to learn accounting. You got to learn taxes. You have to learn branding. You got to learn all these things, bro, to not just create the company, but to make sure that it can stay afloat and prosper. And through this, like, it's really been fun having to learn all these things.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely.
And even just a lot of stuff that I learned in school, like actually applying it now is really interesting to see it unfold, how it's unfolding. But I've had some long nights, but I never felt like it wasn't going to work out. Like through the whole process,
Never felt like work.
But I never felt like it was not going to work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always knew that this would happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I always knew that how it was going to happen, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I 100% believe that whatever I'm thinking, this is how it's going to manifest.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to say, it came with planning though, because I have books at the house, notebooks at the house. Bro, I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, writing ideas down, trying to plan, just trying to figure my life out. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be accountable for myself, trying to be accountable for my actions, making sure that everything, if I'm taking steps every day, you know what I'm saying? Whether many steps, half steps, big steps, it's all in the forward progress of what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Yeah.
So now, from that one kid that you started with, how many kids now come to your session? Because I know you get spots filled up pretty quickly.
And that's really a tough question. But so in my group, I have like 400 people in the group. Now from that group, I'll probably see about, throughout the year, I'll probably see about 65% of them, maybe 70% of them.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, that's really good.
Some of them may be 3 times a week. Some of them may be once a week. Some of them may be once a month. A lot of kids are in other sports, but they still make it happen. And I'm also I work with parents. You know, a lot of parents have multiple kids. A lot of parents are in different financial situations. I'm not trying to break nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to provide a service. Of course, anybody wants to get compensated for their service, but there's sometimes clients that can't do it. So I'm not going to, not do.
In the training process, when you're with some of these kids, what's the one sport that you found you didn't really think you'd have a big impact in, that you find in your tips and tricks are helping players in that kind of sport? In other sports besides basketball that come to you.
You know, honestly, majority of the people that come to me are basketball players.
Okay.
You know, I like working with basketball players. I'm a basketball guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to do, the speed and agility, but all of our stuff is going to be sports specific.
Okay.
Now, with the facility, obviously, I'm going to offer a space for other people to do other things. There might be somebody who specializes in something that I don't specialize in.
Okay.
And that's something that can be figured out. But, yeah.
Oh, awesome. That's what's up, man.
Before we get up out of here, QB was asking in the comments, who are your top 5 Corpus High School basketball players of all time?
I'm gonna just put this. I'm gonna keep this list to just players that I've seen or close to. So I can't really go past 89 and earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to offend nobody. But I'm gonna say in no particular order. Tyrann.
Okay.
Me. Jamal. Chris Richardson. Quincy Sims. He was a bad boy.
If you was to leave yourself out, give us one more.
You said I.
Yeah. I feel like that. One more person who was just like that. Man, I'm gonna answer that, but I'm gonna tell you another person who game that I really like. But for that other spot, that's a tough one, bro. Maybe Richard Gonzalez.
Okay.
Maybe Richard Gonzalez, bro. Or Louis Stillman. It's tough. But I'm gonna tell you who was really good, and he probably didn't get the acclaim that he should have got. But Mark Moore was really good. Mark Moore was, bro. Mark Moore was tough, bro. Big body, discipline in his moves. Like, bro, Mark could go. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up playing with Mark at PV. He was at McLennan Junior College, and he ended up transferring. We ended up playing together.
And then real quick, who you got? Mavs or Celtics?
Come on, man. I'm running with the Mavs all day.
Go,
I'm running.
Mavs.
Yeah, come on.
He said you go.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Kyrie
Hey,
winning
don't forget
is
about
big.
Baby Bird over there, bro.
We like Luka too.
I'm talking about Luka doing Don shit.
Yeah.
Jesus had Peter.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said Peter. You want me to cut his ear off, boss?
Yeah.
I be in my book.
Yeah. Where can they follow you?
Man, you can just find me on Facebook, bro. I use my Facebook as my advertising, as my business stuff. So Jacolby Satterwhite, you can find me Supreme Training. That's pretty much it. I do the Instagrams and the Twitters, but I don't even know my handle name, so I don't be on that stuff like that. Yeah.
Too busy making moves.
Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate you coming through today, man.
No problem, bro.
Man, I had a great time getting to know your story, everything. It's little things that we didn't know.
Yeah.
And there's maybe a lot of the people out there got to get a cool story, and maybe they've been watching you play basketball. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. It's a lot of things we want to talk about.
Yes, sir. But Lucky, you got anything, man? You got anything before we get out of here?
No, just make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe. Follow your boy on Park and Pod on YouTube and TikTok, and Lucky Lamar on all social media platforms. That's it.
Shit, what about you, King?
To 1,000.
Follow us on all streaming platforms. Hey, don't forget Smoke Walk this Friday. Come out there. They're going to have some people out there performing. It's going to be great. Man, it's your boy Can2. If I can, you can too. This is Ridin High Sports coming from Ridin High Podcast Studios, and we out.